What up, everybody? It's your boy Neo, and I am back with another live segment. I'm just trying to change things up a little bit here while I'm here. Let me just click that and click that and shut this down. This is one of those ones where I'm going to be heading outside. I'm trying to get this chat window to work, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be working with me today. Hey Google, turn off my desk. Look, it didn't work. That's the first time. Hey Google, turn off my desk.
Sure, turning your desk off.
Go to bed, boy. Sorry, Mom. It's on afternoon. You guys hear me say that a lot at night. Oh, man. Let's step outside. Something, alright. I'm trying to change this so it's not so bright. No. I need to share with you guys some things that happened. Stay negative. Oh no, stay negative. I'm trying to change the screen up, but I need to share a part of my life that happened with you guys because somebody's going through something similar, and it sucks. And I think it'd be a lot better, if we talked about it. Basically, in a nutshell, me retiring wasn't as fast and as clean and as swift as everyone thinks. A lot happened. I was getting screwed over. I wasn't getting paid. They would go 6 weeks, 8 weeks. I think one time, the longest was 14 weeks without paying me. And it wasn't, and it was all... Look, I had a great lawyer, and he said I couldn't do nothing about it. I don't know what it was. They would pay. It'd be nice getting a fat check after 14 weeks of nothing. But yo, those 14 weeks hurt. They hurt. They hurt like a motherfucker. All up in my chest, all day, every day. Like I said, it's nice to get a fatty check at the end of that, but having to borrow, that's why I always tell people, there was a time in my life where I would get white rice from the Chinese store right there in that plaza. The same with that Wendy's plaza. People around here know what I'm talking about. Then I drive to Wendy's and get a chili, and it was chili and white rice for dinner. So I don't want people to be thinking that, oh, hey, thoughts become things. He thought about it and he got it. I thought about it and I didn't. No. I had been watering the seed of retirement since the first day at my first job at McDonald's. Now that was the real first watering. I've really been watering that seed of retirement since the first day I had heard the word retirement. I just watered it with more of an expectation than anyone who's currently not retired right now. And the people who got it before me, they watered it with more expectation than I did. Everyone falls where they falls. Somewhere in between there. But my biggest thing is I don't want people to think it was gravy. When I wrote that poem, I said, when the chips were down, I was up. When life told me I was stuck, I said, no, I'm in control of my thoughts. And since thoughts become things, I have all control. That makes sense, but that's not what we've been taught. And that was such a critical part of the poem for me, because it meant so much to me. That was it. I was being tested. Had I not known I was being tested, I would have failed. And I don't know where I'd be right now. That right there hurts me in my chest to even run that scenario. But since I knew it was a test, I knew I had to pass it. I knew while I was sitting there on the sofa hurting. I knew while I couldn't walk, I couldn't do stuff. I knew that while my voices were coming to me, telling me I'd never be able to do this again, play ball with my son, I knew that I had to not let it go. I knew that. Thank you for the love. I wish the chat window would work on here. But I knew I had to let those thoughts go. I had to get rid of them. Get rid of them. Get gone. I don't want to see you. I don't want to think about you. And it hurt every day. 60,000 thoughts a day on average, per person. Most of them are on autopilot, coming at you according to what's happening, what you're normally used to seeing. And you're trying to bat them all down. I always picture like Wonder Woman with the things, ching, 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 where she's batting them down with the little wrist cuffs or whatever you call them. That's how I think of it, but it's tough, it's hard, and if you are in a position where you're sitting on the sofa, hurry up. I see the commercials all the time. Hurt on the job, and it's like, yo, what's, paper gotta come in. I got this. Just because I got hurt doesn't mean the bills stop. And that it's, by the way, just a little side note. If you're on child, think about it like this, everybody. Just tell me what you think about this. Let's say you're on child support. Let's say you're receiving child support, right? And I'm going to put you on the receiving end of this. You're receiving child support from your ex. No matter how you feel about them, good or bad. I want to include everybody in on this. They get hurt at work. Workers' comp's only giving them 60% of their normal pay. Should they drop your child support to 60% of what it normally is? Aren't things already tough enough for your ex? I know that's your ex, but damn, to see them suffer, your kids see that. They feel it all day, every day. The energy's being transferred. They know. Shouldn't you, women, get your nails done a little bit less? Guys, stop doing whatever fuckery you guys are doing with child support money. Like, shouldn't you just cut back on all that just a little bit? Just help get that person right. We're not saying you're getting back with them. We're not saying that. Let me tell you something. If you got a spouse that has a problem with that, F them. I didn't say the curse word I normally would, but I don't want to with this one. F them, because I know people might be in this situation. I know a lot of people. I haven't thought about it, but because I'm just coming off the top of the dome right now. But if your spouse says, oh, you're being extra nice to your ex by allowing them to reduce the child support to the equivalent ratio that they're getting from workman's comp, if your ex is that spiteful, if your spouse is that spiteful, your current spouse is that spiteful that they won't, just understand. Your pay gets cut. It's not like you can go get another job. It's just simple understanding of being a person. That's just me. That's just me right there. So, that's a little off topic. But that is stuff, that's real life. That's real life. That's what people are going through. And I've never even ran that scenario before. And I recently have. And it makes sense. It just makes sense. Unemployment and child support going, you can't even see me smiling. Unemployment and child support dropping to zero, I don't support that. Because I know way too many people that'll simply just not go to work. I like this filter because it's all black, so I kind of, it's kind of like I'm doing an audio, but I'm not. But it's kind of like I am, but I'm not. But, yeah, back to what I was saying. In these tough times, I had to battle. That is when I saw The Secret. Around the time. That's when I was exercising and using the practices that I had created off of the phrase, thoughts become things. People are making, I didn't make that up. I got it from somewhere. Okay? So, half of it was already, taken care of. I just had to figure out how to use it effectively. The study of science and religion and putting it all together and energy transfer and it all just makes sense. Cool. I just needed to break it down, learn all that, intricate parts of it, which is me, that is neo-positivity. And I had to break it down, learn more about the brain, and put it in a way that we can use it to get exactly what we wanted. And those were my practices. Those were my trials. And what did I win? When I was trial and error on this shit, I need you to fully, and yeah, I'm a brag a little bit right now. When I was trial and error doing this shit, you know what I did? I retired. I got custody of my kids in that big-ass house right there. 5 bedrooms. As far as I know, no one in my family has done that. not my immediate, So to me, I feel good about that. I'd always want to be on top, of everything. I'm a competitive guy like that. But yes, when I was trying this shit, testing it, I said, I'm going big. I'm going for everything everyone wants. Nice shelter, meal security, and to not have to go to work every goddamn day. F that. I don't think what we're here for humans to do. Whoever made up 40 hours a week, if I was in charge, I would drop it to 30 or something. I'd find a way, trust me. We'd make it work because people would be happy. Drop the prices down to everything the way the prices was in '89. You can get a gallon of gas for 87 cents. Not 89, 99. 89, 87 cents. That's what the gas was. Yeah, at my Lincoln. Those were some good times. But we're talking about when times get worse. Now, here's the thing. I said this the other day, and I'll say it again. If you own two investment properties next door to each other, and one of them gets broken into, aren't you gonna worry? I know you're the most positive person in the world, and you don't have negative thoughts at all, but aren't you gonna worry a little bit about the other one? You're at home. You ain't nowhere near that where your investment properties are. This is just hypothetically, because you could be right next door. Hypothetically. You're not going to worry. Of course you're going to worry. You're going to try to be as positive as you can because you just took a loss. And you don't want to do it again. No matter how big or small the situation is, I speak in basics and generics because I want you to apply any situation you can think of into this, and they'll all fit. In that situation, you took a loss. You're going to worry about your other one. You take a loss with money, you worry about the rest of your money. And so forth. Yes, thank you. Thanks for the love. That worry is what comes to you when you're sitting on, just like the commercial, when you're sitting on the sofa, injured from work, not getting paid. What do you think happens? 60,000 times every single day. You might not have a doctor's appointment for the next 30 days. I lived this. For 2 goddamn years, I lived this. 30 days in a month, around there. 60,000 thoughts a day. Y'all really want me to try to do the math on that? Well, what's 3 times? 1800, 180,000 something. 1.8 million, whatever it is. I'm not thinking about it. I'm focused right now. Now y'all got me wanting to do the math just to prove that I can do it. Do that math. My dad, he killed me one day. He was like, we were getting oranges for my brother's football game, and he goes, yeah, grab 4 dozen oranges, cut them and I was like, you think that'll be enough? He said, yeah, you cut them each into 4 slices, and that's 4 dozen slices. Laughing my ass off. That's smooth. That was a smooth one. I like that. But, just giving you guys a little taste of my personality, what kind of person I am, for those who don't know it. But these were some hard times. When the chips were down, I was up. When the chips were down, I was up. When the chips were down, I was up. That is 8 words that described the biggest struggle I've ever dealt with in my life. It was a big struggle that lasted years. It affected me 60,000 times a day. Not just go through your day. When you're in pain that I still have now, that I can't get rid of because I expect it to be there. By the way, side note, get on that pain and expecting it video. I put something up about meditation and body healing when I first started the video. I just thought about that. I just remember that I did that. That's why I said I wish the comments were up. that is it. When the chips were down, I was up. When you're sitting there with no money in your pocket, wondering how your kids are going to eat next week, how you're going to pay the rent, how you're going to pay the electric, how you're going to pay the gas, how you're going to pay the cell phone, how you're going to pay this. Ooh, and here's the biggest thing. Here's the biggest thing right here. I distinctly remember 2 days before my first workers' comp check. I didn't know if it was coming. I knew that the company that I worked for had a record of fucking people over. I knew it. I don't know any employees who don't have their own story. So it's not only is it not unanimous, but I've been hearing these stories since I was a kid. Not from my dad. My dad never brought work home. That's why when I started to be a cop, I didn't know shit about it. He never brought work home, and I'm glad he didn't. I love you for that, Dad. You're the best. You're the best. I try to be like you every day. How did I stay positive? How? I fought. I learned how to meditate. I posted that video too, the link to that video in the comments. I learned how to meditate. I taught myself. Really. I went online and people have what I call guided meditation. They want to walk you through a peaceful forest. Well, guess what? My neck hurts like hell. And if I don't massage it with my hand right now, it's going to spasm. So your forest isn't really doing anything. But neither is it if you just clear your mind. That's the worst part about meditating in pain. It sucks. You have to find something else to do. Okay, play some make-believe. Play some make-believe. But learning to meditate will calm the other thoughts. The pain thoughts, I'm sorry, I don't have a solution for you guys with that one. But you're not going to be all pain, because all the pain thought does is take you to a run-a-bad scenario. Okay? And, what if this happens? What if that happens? How am I going to pay this? And that's what pain does. It takes you to some negative places mentally. It just does it automatically. Every single thought, it's like it's giving it a boot out the door with, here's a little pain, boop, with paint on their foot. They're kicking the ball right out the door. Go ahead. Enter Neo's world. A thought with some smudged red paint all over it from my boot. Try to give you guys some visuals. So the thoughts through pain, they suck anyway. If I come up with something, I'll let you guys know. But they're all going to, they're going to have a pain, splash of paint on them, so to speak. But nonetheless, it's going to be a thought about something. It's going to be a thought about something. And it's up to you to catch them and turn them around. All day, every day, 60,000 times a day. It's going to be the worst thing that you ever have to experience. The hardest thing a human person can do, the hardest thing a human can do is control one's thoughts. And that's what I ask of you. Because if you don't, you are going to water some horrible ass seeds. In all these years, I never once imagined how it would feel to have that happen until just now. And that sucks. I don't even want to think about it. It only lasted a second. I didn't run any scenarios. It just gut checked me. But I have a way for gut checks. If you do catch yourself running a negative scenario, just accept the director that you are. All day long, 60,000 times a day, we direct. We create movies, mental movies in our minds. We script them. We put characters in them. We have them move and say and do things all day long, and we do it seamlessly in our minds. We just create these movies. And that horrible movie that you just created, that scenario you just ran, that left this horrible feeling in your stomach, at the end of the day, it was just a movie. You are a great director, because I know you've thought of some stuff in your life. And, you put that in your memory bank for if you ever get a chance to direct and you want to do a Lifetime movie network drama. And I literally tuck my negative thoughts away with that. If they run long enough, I laugh and I say, yeah, that was a pretty good movie. That could make a good movie, but I know where I'm headed. And I've conditioned myself to do that. And that took 8 years. True, I was coming up with bigger and stronger ways to do it. I put it all on the website for you guys so it doesn't take you 8 years to get your mind right. It doesn't take you 8 years to automatically react to certain things, like sitting in a chair and that pain hitting you and your life is just coming at you at 50 different directions and it's all bullshit. That's the critical point. That's when you gotta jump. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. You are on autopilot. Your mind is running. Wake up. Get it out of there. I'm sorry. This is gonna hurt. It's gonna be all day. It's gonna get annoying doing it. That's one of the first things I know. Yo, this is the day one. This is annoying. Trying to block all these negative thoughts. Yes, it's gonna be annoying. Dedicate yourself to that shit. 16 or 18. I can never remember the number. I'm gonna go with 16. Because I be doing things quickly. 16 days later, I was a fully functioning meditation specialist. And I had changed my average thoughts. That's why I did that show that I did, Retraining Your Average Thoughts. That's why I came up with that title. You know, it's got to be important to me if I named my freaking show after it. I didn't get to name my first show with that network. This basically was either my second or third show, whatever you want to call it, because I got them both at the same time. One of them, the owner of the network, named it was his show. Ended up being mine. And the other one, I came up with the name, and that's what I chose. So that's big for me. And 16 days of torture, 16 days of sitting down, can't get up, kids looking at me like I'm a cripple. I done lost all respect in my eyes. For anyone who thought of me as an athlete, let me tell you something. I'm an athlete first. The way I move, the way I think, the way I talk, the way I breathe. To have all that snatched from me, it was hard times in 50 different areas. But when the chips were down, I was up. When the chips were down, I was up. That makes that whole poem. I got mad fat rhymes in that poem. That one makes it. If right now the chips are down, you owe it to your family, you owe it to yourself to be up. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. You owe it to yourself to be up. You owe it to yourself and the people around you. Everyone from your grandparents to your grandkids. People around you. You're all watering seeds. What are you bringing to the table? Is it a pity party? Let me tell you something. You can have the pity. I was in a situation where, deservingly, you know, and people are in a situation where it is deserved, but that doesn't mean you have to do it. That doesn't mean you have to stay there. There are people paralyzed from the neck down places. And it sucks. But that doesn't mean they have to stay there. In that I'm paralyzed, fuck life state of mind. You don't have to stay there. That is a choice. Autopilot will take you there, but it's a choice to stay. And I'm asking you to make the better choice. To my friend that is in a similar situation, I'm going to ask more of you. I love you like a brother. I've known you for more than 25 years. Where I'm going is where you going. I know I'm going to blow. It's just a matter of time. The material's there. You know? I've stepped onto something. I've stumbled onto something. And just know, when I make it, you make it. So I don't want you to play make-believe about getting your job back. Honestly, I don't. If you want to, as a backup plan, do it. But I want you to water seeds of that cruise we've been talking about. I want you to water seeds of a millionaire lifestyle. I want you to water seeds you've never watered before. I want you to think of the best case scenario for your children, how it would be, how life would be. Everybody cool, money's right, happiness, education. Best case scenario with your baby's mom. Best case scenario with your spouse. Best case driving scenario. Best case living scenario. Best case day-to-day activity scenario. And I want you to run them seeds and run those seeds and run those scenarios and water those seeds. And water them and water them and water them and water them and water them. Because here's the thing about me. When I'm a giver, I'm a spreader, obviously. That's why I'm doing it right now. When I get, I give. So for me to manifest this life is going to change a lot of people's lives around me. So I need you guys on the same page as me. You know? I need you guys to see dinner on a yacht. With no obligation to go to work. Ever. Again. I got you. I need you to see it. I can't manifest this into my life and you not manifest it into yours if you're a part of it. Life is all about collective energy. They study, what they call it, mass psychology. I studied that too when I was working in the stock market. Well, not working, when I was dabbling in the stock market and foreign exchange. Mass psychology rules. You see where everybody's head is at. Especially when I learned thoughts become things and all the energy transfer. It's like, okay, now I can really see. I thought the energy was just going from person to person to person, affecting, you know, everyone in America. But no, it's also one person's energy is affecting everyone on the planet. I can think this is a crappy planet and I just affected everyone just a little bit. And I'm manifesting more things to be crappy, more people getting shot. All kind of stuff like that going on. That's what I'm saying. You gotta watch what seeds you water. No matter who you are, no matter where you are, you gotta watch what seeds you water. When shit starts to roll downhill, that's when you need to be strongest. That is a direct test between you and God. You have been tested by Him. He is sitting there staring at you. No one here has ever seen God or ever really knows what God is, or it's the biggest mystery of all times. But you know at that moment they are testing you. That is a direct interaction. I kind of feel special at that moment. Yeah, you just kind of fucked me, but I know this is the test. I know that I have no control over the physical world around me. All I have control of is the mental world. So you know what? I'm gonna bat this test right back up to you. You're the one who gave it to me. I'm gonna bat it right back to you. Let you handle it. But I thank you for interacting with me. You know, that was pretty cool. Boom, bow. Easier said than done. 1,000,000 times easier said than done. But it needs to be done. That needs to become your thought process. And the only way it will is if you try it. And trust me, when you try it and keep on it, you'll get that phone call in an hour, 45 minutes saying you're straight. At least that's how it worked for me. Yeah, it took me 2 years of watering the right seeds, but I wasn't watering the right seeds. I was watering, why does my neck hurt all day? Why does my arm hurt all day? What is this shooting pain? Why do I feed my kids $2 food every night? Why is this happening to me? Did I do something wrong? Have I done this? Da 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 da. That's why it took 2 years. But the second I got it, I got it. I got all of it. Retirement house and kids, all in the one fell swoop. Literally. And I haven't stopped. So you gotta get it. And getting it is something no one's gonna get as fast as the people that I generally work with and that are listening to me think they're going to get it. This video ain't even for y'all, because y'all want it day one. And when problems ain't fixed day one, you give up and go back to what you've been doing. How's that been working out for you? I'm going to let y'all chill. I got all my other videos for y'all. But to the people that have hit that point where they like, yo, something's got to change and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to change, I'm asking you to do nothing physically. I don't want you to go outside. I don't want you to hit the gym. I'm not asking you to go take a poop. I'm asking you to think something as often as you can remember to. I'm not asking you to donate. I'm not asking you to give $69.95 for my books. I got books. I could write books. My freaking website got my old website. It's still up, NehemiahDavila.com. It had like 180 pages. And some of those pages you had to scroll down forever. I could put those into books and sell them to y'all. But I've always said that's a douchebag move. You got the keys to change the world for the better, and you not gonna give it up unless I give you $69.95? Come on, man. I don't want to start cursing. I'm just gonna leave that right there. That's just corny. It's just corny. You want my personal time? You want me to take time away from my kids? Yes, pay me. But if God throws some information into my head, good information that can help somebody, I'm gonna hold it there until you pay me. To everyone who's doing that, that's why you're not happy. You seem happy, you look happy. Money don't make people happy. It can make things better. But all them cats out there that's charging an arm and leg, nah, they not. They not. Catch them backstage, they not. That's why I don't bang with them. That's why I don't bang with them. I know what real happiness is. I don't have it right now. Right now I'm reaching for something. And anything you chase will run from you. Right now I'm reaching for a goal, this success, this thoughts become things epidemic. I'm literally manifesting it not coming to me because I'm wanting it to come to me. Therefore I'm manifesting more of it not being here and me wanting it. And then manifesting more of it not being here and me wanting it. Because, yeah, I want my Lambo, I want my race, I want my mansion, I want my multiple houses in multiple states. I want all that. I've always seen it. And I know I'm going to have it based off of all the things that I have gotten. So the fact that it's not here tears at me even more. And what am I doing? I'm manifesting more of the same house, same situation. So listen, I'm working on it just like you guys. Just like you guys that are working on it. But for those of you who aren't working on it, step your game up. Or don't. At the end of the day, I'm asking you to be positive. Or don't. I know it's hard in certain situations, like the title of this show, when shit rolls downhill. What did I make the title? I think they changed it because they want me to curse. Although I'm going to curse here. It's tougher. Yes, but you're in a bigger test. What do bigger tests get? Bigger rewards. It was sick, but I was to a point. I was to the point where I'd get a bad phone call and I'd laugh, I'd smile. I was happy about it. It sounds sick, but I was, because I knew that I was going to eat it, handle it right, and not only come out on top at the end, I was going to get something. And I said it's sick because it was. I remember I'd hung up the phone and I was happy a long time ago when I first started all this. Now it's, I handle it a little bit more calmly and more differently. The whole batting it back up the guy, like, all right, you put this here. It's all you. I know you're going to take care of it. I'm not even going to worry about it. It's taken care of. I don't have to do nothing. I don't have to pay anybody. What would I pay somebody? The only thing I have is myself while I'm here. The money's in the bank. The card that I swipe when I go to the grocery store, I told you, through neo-positivity, you'll think differently. You'll get to the point where you go to the store, there is no money. For some reason, they let you walk out with everything you want as long as you let them swipe this card. So just make sure you have that card with you. Sounds crazy. Sounds ludicrous. Especially people who are on a budget or are broke. My thing is this. How's that been working out for you? What you've been doing, how's that been working out for you? I know millionaires that'll say, I have $1 million. That's great. Yeah, you're out of shape and you hate your life. I know it. I know you. I see you move. I can see it in your eyes. I can see it in your soul. In that respect, money isn't everything. Yes, it can change things. But if you have all the money in the world and you're depressed to the point where you want to jump out of a fucking window, what is that money doing for you? Really, what is that money doing for you? Probably the reason why you're depressed. Friends start treating you different. Next thing you know, you don't got no friends. Everybody got their hand out. Probably the reason why you're depressed in the first place. But that's the task. That's the task. Can you stay positive in the face of the negative? And being in physical pain is the biggest negative you can have. Second would be finances. Workers' comp situation, you got both. Welcome to what real hell is. I don't believe in hell. Personally, I'm not giving the hell or devil none of that power. There's only one, God. Everything that exists, good and evil, exists. It's made of energy. It's God. You know what I mean? I'm not giving any power to that. Same way I'm not giving power to negativity. I'm in control of what's happening to me. I manifested some bad shit. Let's move the fuck on. Yes, I've been moving too fast. Yes, I've been moving too dangerous. I've been on edge. Guess what? It was time to slow down. It was time for me to slow down. And I took that as a sign. When it hit me, I took that as a sign. It was time to slow down. I'm glad you did too, my boy. I'm glad you did too. But yeah, that's it, man. That's, I had to come to you with this. I know a lot of people are in situations, and no matter if you're up, you're down, walking around, hurt, not, your mind is going to mess with you. Every single goal you have, we are negative about it. That's what the last video was about, or the one before that. It was about the negativity that comes with a goal. Automatically, the possibility of losing it. It's there. It comes with negativity. Have you ever succeeded in this before? That's another compound on top. There's layers. How many people know you're attempting this? Because you're going to look like a fool in front of that many people if you don't get it. How many people is this affecting? Does this affect your whole family? When you're in situations, no matter what it is, if you have a goal, all these doubts, all these fears, they're going to be there. You can be a dumbass and say they don't. I know so many people, and I'm calling you a dumbass to your face. Right here, you're a dumbass if you think that you don't have negative thoughts. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. Okay? Nobody knows what the future holds. So to sit up here and people don't understand. I said this in the other video too. 99.999999999% of people I talk to will swear on the Bible. They'll put their hand on the Bible and say they don't have negative thoughts. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. You could be at a red light. Somebody cuts somebody off. Your first thought is, how would I have handled that? That guy's a douchebag. Both of those are worry thoughts because there's other drivers around you that could be douchebags. And your brain processes that and knows that and is keeping you alert and preparing you for that. That alertness is a state of worry. So stop denying it. You cannot move forward until you accept it. Once you accept what's happening, you'll be able to move forward from it. I'm telling you, with a lot of practice and a lot of work, you should be putting more work into you than you're putting into anything else in life. definitely, you shouldn't be taking 40 hours a week in school and you don't even put 15 minutes into yourself. I'm not talking about putting makeup on and doing your physical appearance. I'm talking about sitting back and figuring something out about you that you didn't know before. Not about you, but about life, the way we are, the way we think, the way we react. So it's just a stupid thing. If you take your hand and just relax it and try to move your fingers, or matter of fact, if you straighten your finger and leave it there. Leave it there for whatever, 30 seconds, 45 seconds. And you try to go as slowly as you can, move it down. It's not a flow movement. Your finger literally goes, and it's so perfect that when you move it, you're not feeling it. See, and that's just one example. I discovered that because I was just trying to figure out more about me. And I'm always doing that for the mental, but never for the physical. And I was studying meditation and body meditation. And I always say, if you want to meditate, feel your hand. Try to move this finger. I'm going to leave it natural from now. But try to move it up the slightest, tiniest fragment of a millimeter that you can. If you move a millimeter, it's too much. If you move a half a millimeter, it's too much. Try to move it like that. And you'll see people focus. And it's like, yo, you just gave 100% of your focus to your finger. Kids, bills, cars, work, none of that mattered anymore. And that's the type of focus. That right there, when you do, that's what I call body meditation. When you're focusing on a specific body part. And when you're giving, anything you give your attention to will grow. When you give your attention to body parts, they heal. So I call that body meditation. It really sucks when you're in pain, because while you're feeling or looking at that body part, it's giving you all the crazy negative thoughts, leaving you unable to clear your mind, for one, and throwing these seemingly random thoughts at you, but they're really just your normal thoughts that you normally think about the day, throwing them at you, but with a splash of negativity on them. And by splash, I mean the first two words in the sentence that is that thought. And by the first two words, I mean like bad. Like bad, pain, sitting on the sofa eating. It's like, damn, are you gonna start off like that? So yeah, it's an important, splash of paint that I described on the kickball. I have to change that analogy up. So stick with it, man. You don't have a choice. You really don't have a choice. Your family's dependent on you. Your future's dependent on you. I'm dependent on you, all of you, to make it through whatever you're going through. Good or bad, because some people can reject good things in their life and try to find the bad in the good. And what I'm asking you to do is whatever you want, whatever situation you want to be in. Remember, you're not manifesting things into your life. There is nothing. Everything is just made of vibrating energy. To want something else, it's pointless. That's why the Buddhists say they don't want for anything, because there is nothing to want. It's all just vibrating energy. And that's part of that vibrating energy. So for me to want my leg, which appears like a car in front of me right here, it's stupid. I'm never going to get it. I already have it. That's why, a bunch of religions and belief systems build off of that. I just broke it down like that because it made sense to me. So that's neo-positivity, not Buddhism. So, damn, I done lost y'all. Got me thinking about all this other stuff. But to want anything else ain't gonna get you nowhere, because you already have it. So appreciate what you have. The last big accomplishment, whatever you want, think of the last biggest accomplishment in that area of life. I don't care if it was graduating high school. I don't care if it was getting your first job, getting your first kiss. I don't care what it is. Whatever it was, I want you to remember that. I want you to see it. Run that scenario as often as you can throughout the day. Water that seed, vibrate at that frequency, thus pulling two things that vibrate at the same frequency will naturally pull together, whatever you want to call it. I want you to spend time there. No one even has to know. That's the best part about neo-positivity and all this. No one even has to know you're doing it. I could be having a conversation with you, and as long as I keep my face straight, I could be watering a seed of being on a beach somewhere, or just relaxing with the family. I mean, I don't do that because I know my face is going to change and they're going to see it because I'm real, emotional. Like, I'll start smiling. Like, if I think of something too good, I'll start smiling. You could be telling me a traumatic story. Oh, shit, my bad. You know what I mean? Like, that has happened. So I really, being so in touch and in tune with my emotions, I really have to stay present with the person I'm talking to, which I like to do anyway. When you give someone that level of attention, they trust you more, and that's what I want. I want people to trust me. Because I'll never screw anybody over. You screw me over, I'm done with you. But I'm not screwing anyone over proactively. That's just not happening. We're all one. For me to screw you would be to screw me, and I would never do that. But all that comes with neo-positivity. Get everybody on that mind frame? What kind of world would we live in? Proving it to everyone, using the energy, the vibrations, being one with God. Everything that exists is made of energy. Can never be created, never be destroyed. Moving in and out of things. Sound familiar? It's the same definition as God. So it's like, for me to be one with God, for me to be one with you. One meaning no separation. I would never do you wrong. Not only am I not going to do you wrong, but I'm going to try my hardest to make things better for you, because selfishly I'm making things better for me when I make things better for you. It's that oneness we were talking about. And we all have that, That's why when something good happens, you want to shout it from the hills. It's in all of us. That's why I only deal with things that are in all of us. You won't hear me talk about things that are specific to certain type of people unless I announce it first and say that. Other than that, generally, we're all going to fall into the same categories. No matter what language you speak, there's laughter. Okay? It's that universal language. Like, you walk in a room and that dog is upset about your presence. My extensive background with dogs. But, yeah, speak the language. Speak the language. We all have our demons, and like Gandhi said, the only demons are the ones that exist up here. And you can get more demons if bad stuff happens to you. But how you treat a demon? Oh my God, you're a demon, you're ruining everything every day. Nah, bruh, you here. We both got the same Father. Energy, God, universe, whatever you want to call it. You here. It's not your fault. Don't shoot the messenger. At the end of the day, you're what God has sent me. Your words are God's words. I'm not going to shoot the messenger. You're here. All right. Okay. Well, you'll be gone. Just like the last 3 or 4 million of you that have come. I'm going to let it go. A lot harder to do with pain, but possible. Very possible. And very much a part of my everyday life. I have negative thoughts just like anyone else. Matter of fact, I might venture to say I have more because of, some of the injuries I've sustained in my life. But I'm working on that. The injuries part, the physical pain. Expecting less pain. Actually, I lied. I haven't been working on that, I'll be honest. But I plan on it. It takes me back. When I first saw The Secret, the guy over there said, nothing but checks in the mail. Some people have maybe heard me tell this story before, but there's certain staples in my life that are very important, and people haven't heard it. But the guy says nothing but checks in the mail, nothing but checks in the mail. I tried it, nothing but checks in the mail, nothing but checks in the mail. Got a whole bunch of checks. It was crazy. It was one of my first things after I saw the movie The Secret. The first thing was a feather. You guys heard that story. The next thing was the checks in the mail. And my dad said, this was before he knew better. He said, oh, they just so happened to come. If there's nothing but checks in the mail and it worked, then why aren't you still getting checks? I thought about it. And I said, yeah, after my first couple checks, I was so happy spending the money, going places, doing things, planning things, you know, shopping online, you know, making up for some bills, paying off some debts, whatever the situation was. Because I'm pretty sure I did some of that too. I haven't even thought about it. And he said, that's stupid. You do something, it's all this money, and you don't do it again? That's stupid. Therefore, you saying you haven't thought about it, isn't it? It was just a fluke. It happened at the same time. Because you would have definitely done it again. And it makes sense, yeah. I stick a coin in the slot and it gives me $1 million. I'm going to keep sticking coins in the slot. I got you. It makes sense. But this is different. This is your mind. You take things for granted. You get stuff and you feel happy about it and you kind of forget about other stuff. And I haven't even done checks in the mail. I haven't. Maybe I should. I definitely should. But I'll probably end this video and go inside and chill with my son and forget all about it. I got these other ones going on. This, y'all can't see it, but I got a rubber band right here between these two fingers. I'll be letting you guys know what that's all about. It's a new mental exercise I'm working on. Basically another totem, but this one has more meaning in locking my fingers like a Ninja Turtle or like the Star Wars symbol. It, for some reason, it invokes a feeling of more strength or control in what I would be grabbing. So I always thought like the Ninja Turtles always had 3 fingers. And I was like, you know, that was cool. And back in the day, I put the rubber bands around my hand like now. And, you know, played Ninja Turtles. But, yeah, I'm working on something new. I'll let you guys know how that works out. And back on the numbers, I'm planning on getting back on there. I haven't had a counter on me. This counter right here is on my scepter, which I haven't been taking places with me. So things have been busy. Tragedy did strike in the third. Because I gave it light. Not only did I give it light, I gave it light in front of you guys. So not only did I water that seed, at least for one split second while I said it, you guys watered that seed too. That's why you shouldn't post spreading your negative business on Facebook. It's collective energy. If everyone expects you to fail, all 400 of your Facebook friends that you haven't seen since high school and your family members expect you to not get that job, expect you to fuck up and get another DUI, guess what? You're getting it. And everybody's mad at you. It was a collective energy effort. I'm not taking any responsibility off of you. You shouldn't have been driving drunk, stupid. But it is a combined effort. Energy transfer, collective energy, that's real. People act like it's not, and they're looking for answers to life. That shit is real. You know? Man, that shit got me thinking, man. I know a bunch of people that have been in those situations, DUIs, and you know, caught with a blunt in the car and all this other stuff. You know, but anyway, yeah. I was wrong. Tragedy did strike in the third, but I know why. Because I put it out there. Sorry. On a brighter note, it's 3 and it's over. And we'll never water that seed again. We don't manifest tragedy. We appreciate. Y'all can't see, but there's some trees back there. They're beautiful. They're beautiful. I came up with something last night. I think it was was it demand and expect? It was D&E, like, don't I deserve it, mixed with the expectation. Because I want to follow that up immediately. Like, for me to picture, let's say something I want in my future, a wraith. For me to picture a wraith right in front of me, right now, the ego's going to step in and say, there's no wraith there. Boom. So my job is to say, well, don't I deserve to bring God in, bring him in, see the watcher, feel the watcher. It's harder to do outside than in a closed room by yourself for some reason. Haven't figured that out yet. But bring him in and say, don't I deserve that? If you haven't done shit to deserve it, I got nothing for you. You need to start doing stuff. But say, don't I deserve that? You know, and be real about it. That's why I said if you don't deserve it and you say that, it's gonna, you need to be real about it, because that's the signal you want to send out. And God is going to say, yes, you do deserve that. And immediately, before the ego kicks in, before anything, you say, well, I expect it then. I expect it. I expect things like that to happen to me. Look what's happened so far. You know, and then, you know, if you got that backup, you got to have that backup. You know, tweak the words to whatever you need to. If you only got one great thing going for you in your life, tweak the words around that one great thing to make you feel that moment like you did it, like yes. But you got to remember the good. You got to remember good. You got to remember the good. We're constantly remembering the bad. Remember that. 60,000 thoughts on average per day per person. We're constantly remembering the bad. Got to remember the good. Got to remember the good. The ratio can't be 60,000 to 1. It can't even be 59,000 to 1,000. That's a sucky ass ratio, isn't it? And if all of your thoughts have this self-preservation fear embedded in them, you can't even appreciate something good because you don't know when it's going to go away. Since they all have that embedded in them, you're going to have to work extra hard. And thinking a positive thought 30,000 times a day is going to get exhausting. You're not going to be able to do it. Don't even try. The only way to do it is to retrain your average thoughts. Those average ones that are going on. That's a Maserati. The average thoughts that are going on in the background, I like that. Those are signs. That's a sign. Yeah, where my wraith at? Yeah, that's a sign right there. That's what I'm talking about. I've never seen that Maserati in this neighborhood before. Well, I've never seen that Maserati, period. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. I'm really happy about that sign. Going and water some good seeds. But yes, expect it. Change your expectations by changing your average thoughts. You can't change your expectations until you change your average thoughts. You can't change your average thoughts until you address the thoughts that you have, until you check them. The brain is a muscle. It has muscle memory. You can either do 4 reps of some really heavy-ass weight, or you can do 15 reps of a lighter weight. You're going to get 2 different results. You've been doing one your whole life. We're going to switch it all and get different results. It's going to change everything about you for the positive. A lot's going to change about you. Who you are deep down inside will only change if you're a douchebag. But a lot's going to change about you. Accept it. It's going to change in a loving, caring. Everyone sees you as a different person, a better person, a lighter, more spiritual, better person. That's what we strive for. That's what we go for. There is a white spider dangling probably 20 feet from this branch. And it's kind of windy, so it's taking him up like 12 feet in the air. Mother Nature's beautiful, man. I'm not going to touch that spider. That beauty can stay right there. But Mother Nature's beautiful. There is part of Mother Nature that, destruction is necessary, I guess. For overpopulation purposes. So when he touches the ground, I'm going to end him. He shouldn't have been here at this time. Feel it. I can feel it. It's one of the best things that came with meditation. The ability to feel the objects around me. and to calm myself. Yeah, the wind picked up. It got really long. The spider web, and he disappeared. Kind of like, all right, I'd walk underneath that to get to the door. There he, holy crap, there he is. If the wind stops, he'll touch the ground. I can end him, and this will be over. Y'all spider watching with me? But yeah, you know, that's it, man. I just had to come out and do this. Yeah. Gotta get it done. Gotta get it done. One way or another, it's going to get done. Your orders are gonna get filled. You see him? You probably can't see him. Your orders are gonna get filled. What will you order? What will you order? Till next time, I love you guys, and this has been another one.